Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Hannah Fillingham.
And I'm Mrs. Mendoza.
Joining us later is Elijah Garrett with a special guest, and Quentin Frumbach is in the studio with all your Bulldog sports. This is AHS News.
If you stepped outside recently, you can already tell we're getting closer to spring. Previously, however, winter was making itself very comfortable here in north central Iowa. In previous weeks, temperatures in Algona stayed well below average, with morning lows dropping into the single digits and wind chills making it feel even colder. With half a snow day left, students and parents are keeping a close eye on the forecast as the weather is always changing here in north central Iowa.
With the weather being unpredictable in Iowa, here are a few winter survival tips.
From AHS News, and today I'm going to be showing you what is inside of my emergency car kit for the winter. With temperatures dipping below -40 tomorrow, here's some of the things that I have in my car. So very importantly, we have a blanket just in case we lose power in our car. We run out of gas, we have something to cover up and keep warm. We also have some extra hats, and we have some earmuffs as well. This is a chargeable hand warmer. We have an emergency candy bar for if we don't have food for a few hours. We have a flashlight. It's a little too cold to turn it on right now. And then this is a nifty little tool, so if you are stuck and you can't get out, this has things on it to break the window and to cut a seatbelt. So if you get into the ditch and you can't get out, that'll help you get out. It's also recommended to keep some extra clothes in your car and jumper cables for if your car won't turn on.
So this is what I have in my car. I don't have much in here, but I have some layers. It's really messy back here. I got some snow pants. I don't even think I could get into these while I'm in my car. They're pretty tight, but they work. I've got a couple hats. I prefer this one, it's thicker, but this one is cool because it has satin lining if you don't want to mess up your hair. That's pretty nifty. I've got a good sweatshirt. Probably won't do much in this weather, but it'll help. I've got my trusty snow boots. Stole these from my mom. Just in case I need to get out or something, and I'm wearing my slides because I do that often. I also have some candy. I don't know why this is my car. I don't remember buying it, but it's in here. Oh wait, I have some stuff in the front. That's not gonna shut. Okay. And I'm pretty sure I have two window scrapers in here. Sure to clear all of the snow off of your windshield before you go and drive anywhere, and also off your headlights and your taillights and your license plate, so then everybody can tell who you are and so they can see where you are on the road. It's very important.
By the way, for those of you who are counting, the first official day of spring is Friday, March 20th.
We're in the thick of the coldest days of the year. In response, students participated in an I Hate Winter event. It's called Whoopcoming. For this event, students participated in the themed dress-up days the whole week. This included class colors, pajama day, crazy water bottles, and ballers versus grapplers. After the home basketball game, there was a three-point contest where the crowd from both teams could attempt to make a three-pointer for just $1. Organizers say this week of events was an attempt to bring some fun to a gloomy winter. Ironically, winter intervened on the I Hate Winter event, and there were only 2 days of school the whole week. Now students can only wait for warmer weather to come.
Algona High School students are working towards their futures with a class in the high school. The school offers a coaching certification program as a 2-term class. During this class, students are taught how to be a coach, teach their players, and deal with injuries. Students learn to tape injuries, see the signs of concussions, and how to treat a sick athlete. They give presentations and hands-on activities to learn how to be the best future coaches possible.
Students and parents are reminded that they need to get their FAFSA finalized. FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. It's required to be eligible for federal grants and scholarships.
At the start of this school year, the school district opened its new facility to students. It's called the Field House. Later on in the fall, the facility's construction finally finished. The construction for it also included making a tunnel between the high school and the middle school, turning the old wrestling room into a STEM room, and enclosing a new wrestling room. In addition to the wrestling room, the facility includes a weightlifting room, a track, and multiple basketball courts. For more details, we asked Superintendent Joe Carter about it.
We're very excited about the opening of the field house that happened this fall. Field house use has exceeded even our expectations for this fantastic space. The field house is used for PE classes by both the middle school and the high school throughout the day, and the new weight room hosts a strength and conditioning class for every period but one. After school, there have been volleyball practices as well as many basketball practices. On the weekend, many youth teams use the courts. It has been fun to see all the different ways the space has been used and the hundreds of students who benefit from it.
During the week, there are multiple events, and there are some on the weekends too.
Coming up next, students led their arms for a good cause. But first, the sights and sounds of the award-winning concert band. Stay with us.
Welcome back. The National Honor Society held their annual blood drive recently. There were 39 donors, 19 of them were first-timers. 42 units of blood were collected. That can save or sustain up to 126 lives. NHS members helped donors check in and assisted them after donating. They worked the snack table and walked participants from their station to a recovery table.
The AHS Speech Department sent 6 acts to Cherokee recently. The groups that performed were The Foreigner, The Data, Group Improv, 2 radio broadcasting groups, and Fiddler on the Roof. The Foreigner, starring Nick DePew, Abigail Smith, and Aiden Peterson, received a Division I rating. Meanwhile, the other 5 groups received Division IIs. We've recently caught up with the students before their competition to see how they prepare. A mixture of goofy and serious techniques were implemented. With large group competition over, students will start preparing for individual speech contests in March.
A class here at AHS is giving everyone a healthy boost. Bulldog Boost is a student-run cafe. They offer loaded teas, clear protein drinks, matcha, energy fizzies, and an assortment of snacks. The goodies are made by the 5 students in the Bulldog Bites class. It's O'Real, Donna Mata Barbosa, Cassie Johansson, Riley Scheschinger, and Laura Storr. Every Thursday morning, students and faculty can pick up pre-ordered drinks and snacks.
The band has been playing pep band at several home basketball games this season, helping energize the crowd and support the basketball team. Listen to the band in action. The VIPs also hosted a fundraiser during one of the games. Ice cream was sold in the Commons during the game to help raise money for the VIPs, which will go towards future performances, events, and equipment for all our K-12 music programs. Between the music in the stands and the fundraiser in the Commons, the band continues to play an important role in building school spirit this basketball season. Be sure to come support the team and band at future home games.
Coming up next, Elijah Garrett is in the studio with a special guest. But first, the pep band again in action.
Welcome back. Today joining us, I have band director Nick Liebel. Thanks for joining me, Nick.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. First of all, I wanted to ask, how long have you been a band director, and what does a day in the life of a band director look like?
That's a good question. This is my 6th year as a band director. The day in the life looks There's certain things that you do every day, but every day is kind of a different animal. So typically the day starts, depending on the morning before school, with maybe like an activity like marching band or jazz band. Or if I don't have that, maybe I'm coming in and preparing a little bit. First period, we have band. And then depending on the term, there might be a guitar class, a chamber music class, a theory or a jazz class, and then there are lessons the rest of the day.
Well, recently we heard that the high school band scored a touchdown. It was announced that the high school band was selected as one of the top bands in 3A division in high school.
That's right.
Could you please explain to me more in depth what it means to receive this honor?
Yeah, so in the state of Iowa, really, so if when you audition for All-State, that's the highest honor an individual can have. Getting like an IBA selection, Iowa Bandmasters Association, to play at the conference is the largest honor like a school band can have at the state level. And so what that entails is in January, a group of band directors that have taken bands to IBA or that are kind of in the upper ranks of state level management, they listen to a bunch of anonymous selections of music that bands submit, and then they kind of grade that or they rate that, and then that's how they select their winner. Wow. So it's an anonymous selection against all other 3A bands. I think what's particularly cool about our selection is that we're not a big 3A. So we're kind of on the small side. So
that's incredible.
So we're competing against schools that have audition-based bands that might have 2 bands, or something, and we got everybody in ours, and which make it happen.
We have to ask you, besides tuba, what is the best band instrument?
Oh, that's a good question. The cop-out answer is that conductors play. The band is the instrument. There's certain parts of certain instruments that I really like. A really obnoxious bass trombone player is a really fun thing to hear. I think that's awesome. I think the low register on clarinet played really well is awesome, and that heroic French horn sound is good too. So it's like pieces of other instruments. Okay. So it's not necessarily the instrument, but it's a feature of what that instrument maybe does.
Okay.
So it sounds weird. I really like the flute though too. Really, really awesome flute playing is very good.
So we've heard that the pep band is quite popular among people in the sports sector. What leads to the pep band success, and is it a lot of fun?
It is a lot of fun. Yeah, I think, as you know, I think one thing that we talk about is that's when we're going to play for the most people in the community. So I think it's a great chance for us to kind of show up and play for people that we're not necessarily gonna play for, but also to support our team, and so, but it is a lot of fun, and I think that's what makes it such a good time. I think everyone's just kind of just letting it rip. So yeah. So and I think you guys seem to enjoy it too, and I think that when other people see that joy and that energy, I think that. I think that there's a certain magnetism to energy, and when someone sees it, it's kind of rubs off on them. So, but yeah, it's definitely taken off in the last couple of years. I know the officials sometimes come up and will make comments to me, or other fans have asked if we can go play at their place. So, but we're gonna keep our loyalties at home, but yeah, I'm glad that we have an opportunity to kind of impact the environment in a positive way, whether that be the cool intro or just playing some of those songs as loud as we can. So yeah.
Well, we are very lucky to have the pep band around to play.
Yeah. So
perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Up next, we have sports. Stay with us.
Welcome back. I'm Quentin Frombach with All Your Bulldog Sports. The girls wrestling team had a historic performance at the state wrestling tournament. The girls finished second as a team in the Class 2A. They had 5 girls reach the podium. Ruby Roof at 125 and Reagan Haynes at 190 both won their state titles. Mara Davis at 100 and Reagan Jensen at 155 both finished second. Sienna Fair also made the middle stand, finishing 7th at 135. Laura Storr won her first round match, but lost her next two, eliminating her from the tournament.
Davis wings up that left arm, trying to work a turn here. She's close to near fall. She's getting it right now, getting swipes, and could have her stuck. That's real tight, and there's the pin for Mara Davis of Algona. No score there. Now Laura with a heavy snap puts Steen down to the mat. Now, oh wow, puts her right to her back. Kind of a little cement mixer to a cradle and sticks her. Wow, Laura Storr. That was almost like an inverted cement mixer there. Put Steen right to her back and gets the stick. That was slick. Minute 40 to go, second period. Roof with a 14-2 lead. Strong left-hand collar tie. Now goes ankle pick, and that's going to be the takedown. It's going to be the match. Who's going to finish strong here? Reagan dives in, blast double, drives through, three-point takedown, Reagan Jensen. That's going to be the match, 13-7 in favor of Algona's Reagan Jensen. Hard-fought contest. Now she's going to get turned for her efforts here as Laura Storr sinks a half Nelson in deep. Now needs to settle back just a little bit, and that's going to be a pin, and there it is. She fought hard to get that half Nelson, threw it in, and gets the pin. Laura Storr, minute 32, the time of the fall. Now she's going to hook that arm, drive Maddie Parker over. Get near fall, this could be a pin. Real tight there for Ruby Roof, trying to get that left shoulder down just a little bit. And there it is. Now, Sienna got a win by fall in her opening match tonight. Now hits that fireman's carry she likes to do. Attacks that single leg, got the takedown, getting near fall. Turning this almost into a headlock here. Mathis in trouble, and there's a pin for Sienna Fair, 13 seconds. He never gave a reversal there for Sorensen. At least he shouldn't have. Anyway, doesn't matter what the score is right now because here's a pin for Reagan Jensen. So Reagan, nice arm drag, gonna get behind, gonna get the takedown, and there's the match. 18-2 technical fall for second-ranked Reagan Haynes of Algona.
By the way, the girls were a perfect 6 for 6 in the first round. The girls lose two seniors, Reese Taylor and Alyssa Miller. The boys wrestlers looked to feed off the girls' momentum. They got off to a great start, qualifying 9 for the state tournament. Teague Alish at 120, Brooks Morgan at 132, CJ McGregor at 144, Barrett Morgan at 150, Carter McGregor at 157, Taven Zinnel at 160, Brody Schippler at 175, Tayton Rummel at 215, and Will Limbaugh at 285. Here are some highlights from the season. Unfortunately, the wrestlers didn't have anyone place at the state tournament. The boys' team also made the state duels, finishing 7th. The boys lose 5 seniors, Tommy Zabka, Barrett Morgan, Carter McGregor, Taven Zinnel, and Niall Owen. The girls' basketball team made the regional final for the 4th straight year. They beat Southeast Valley and Clear Lake for the right to play in the regional final and earn a berth in the state tournament. Unfortunately, the girls fell short in the game, losing to Forest City. Here are some postseason highlights of the girls in action. The girls finished the regular season with an 18-4 record. They were 13-1 in the North Central Conference, and they shared the championship with Clear Lake. The girls finished the regular season ranked 13th in Class 3A. The girls' basketball has everyone coming back next year. The boys' team closed their regular season with a 15-7 record and an 8-6 in the conference. That tied them for third with Humboldt. Here are some highlights of the season. The boys opened postseason play at Humboldt and came away with the district semifinal win. The boys lose 8 seniors: Levi Walker, Skylar Oswald, Aiden Engel, Jackson Eischen, Philip Meyer, Evan Alley, and Jorge Contreras. Joining me now is Mara Davis. She was the state runner-up at 100 pounds. What were your goals this year, and do you think you met them?
Well, at the beginning of the season, I was seated third, or ranked third. So that was mainly my goal for just the rest of this season, because I knew I was capable after placing last year to place at least top 3.
What did your diet look like throughout the year and throughout the season?
I had to cut a little bit of weight, so I couldn't eat too much. So it consisted mainly of like rice cakes, rotisserie chicken. I ate a lot of chicken, salmon. Other than that, not much.
Obviously, your place improved this year, going from 5th to 2nd. What do you think contributed to that?
Definitely just my confidence. Going into the state tournament, last year I didn't really know what was going on because it was my first time. And now that I had a year under my belt and kind of knew what to expect, I definitely think that helped my confidence.
What do you think the season was like dealing with an injury that you sustained before the season started?
It was definitely hard. It gave me an excuse that, like, a lot of people use injury as an excuse, but I tried my best to try to avoid making excuses based on my hip because it was my choice to get surgery after the season, and I wanted to wrestle through my injury, so I just had to keep reminding myself that that was my choice and that it was going to be worth it in the end.
Do you think you'll be able to bounce back next year from your surgery?
Yeah, I do hope to be 100% by the time the season comes around next year. I get to run cross country, so I think it'll help me get back into shape before the season.
Why do you think the team was so successful this year?
It definitely has a lot to do with our coaches. They pushed us really hard, and our practices are really hard. And our teammates just all together, we are really supportive of each other, and we're always wishing the best for each other. So I think that definitely helps all of us as well.
What did you think of being in the finals and like the finals themselves?
It was super exciting. It's like I've never had an experience like that before. Never made it to finals, so it just is like an amazing environment.
And then what would you say your future goals are after the season?
I hope to place again next year, and I'm not sure if I want to wrestle in college quite yet, but that would be a goal.
Well, thank you, Mara, for coming in and talking about the season with me.
Thanks for having me.
Coming up next, we ask students if they have spring fever. Stay with us.
Welcome back. Students and faculty have suffered through some bitterly cold weather. In fact, one morning the wind chill dipped to 30 below zero. With that in mind, we've asked students if they have spring fever in this week's Word in the Halls.
Here at AHS, we've been asking students if they've been experiencing spring fever thus far.
Yes, I'm having spring fever and I'm ready for track season.
This is Mr. McLaughlin. Do I have spring fever? No. Nothing. It's too cold for that.
I love winter. My name is Cruz Roder. Spring is good because that means football season's rolling around.
I have of spring fever, and I'm excited for flowers.
I'm excited for flowers too.
Fortunately, we were given a break from the weather lately with temperatures getting into the 60s. But as we all know, living in Iowa, the weather can change again at any time.
How have you been feeling? Do you have spring fever?
Oh yes, I've been missing the warm weather.
I cannot wait for spring to actually start.
That wraps up this edition of AHS News.
Thanks for joining us. We leave you tonight with more of our award-winning band.
Have a great evening.